even recognize the introduction itself. It's a fantastic introduction. I really need to talk to my office people. They have given such a fantastic intro. For a while, I was thinking whom they are talking about. Actually, is that really me? Okay, and that's the idea of this topic today. So, my name is Vishnu Vardhan. I think you can see yourself. Um, what I do, I invest. I invest in people. I invest in companies. I invest in startups. um, I'm an executive leadership and a positive mindset coach. Before that, I was an investment banker. Now I write about different social issues, different social concepts, and so on. So, what I'm here to talk about today, I'm here to talk about a very simple concept of decision making. Who is making our decision? That's something I always wanted to explore because that was always fascinating to me. So before I get there, let me just start with the basic concept of my own childhood story. Once, so when I was a kid, one fine day we all ran to the corner of the street. I couldn't see anything though, but I was just running behind because all of the kids were running behind. I went till the end of the street. On the right side, there was a man who was selling candy floss. All the kids really pounced on it. They started eating it. They started enjoying it. I just thought, let me give it a shot. I also bought it because it was very beautiful. I never saw something like this. It was so non-native to me. So I just bought it, ate it. I actually didn't like it to whatever I recollect. But I still pretended that I liked it. The very simple reason that occurred to me now is perhaps I just wanted to be part of the group. Perhaps I was too afraid to say, no, I didn't like it because it could have been a contrary opinion to all the people around there, right? So as a kid, I just accepted it as my taste. Now, what happened? The seller started coming every day there because there was a good sales because of the skills. And we all started buying every day. Now, it has become a bit of a habit for all of us to eat as a ritual every day. Now, one may argue that, you know what, as kids, we just follow the path, we just follow the flow, things like that. We're very kiddish, we are young, can't have the basic rationalization about our thinking and so on. I understand. Then I thought, okay, maybe as an further adult, we may be different. So, cut to college. I went to college. I chose my stream as commerce. One thing I realized, I was really good at maths. I was really good at numbers. I could talk business like this. I was very quick at business, and so business numbers came naturally to me. So obviously, I might well go for commerce because that's what my natural inclination was. Yes, bang on. That's what I did. I chose commerce. I did none of this. I knew what I was good at, but I chose commerce because all my friends were going there. So after a lot of time, when we met as we grown up adults and professionals, I asked them, "Why did you choose commerce?" Half of them said, because you were choosing, he was choosing. So we all choose because somebody else was choosing. And we kept on passing the blame to somebody else that we were choosing because somebody else was choosing. Now, when I think about it, after all of these years, what we did, we just followed each other. We did not pay attention to our inner strengths, our inner skills, nothing. We just followed somebody else. A lot of them confessed also that some informed uncle aunties of the neighborhoods told them, you know, if you take commerce, you have to study less. So they opted for it. A lot later, we realized also that a lot of people could not even meet the minimum standard of science subjects selection. So perhaps that's why they landed. But that's not the rationale I was using. I just went with the flow. So one may say, okay, these are exploratory age. We explore many things, and this is the reason we may end up choosing a stream that we may or may not like it, but it's very exploratory. Well, let's look at the job. So when we choose our job, so um, I was in a small town. I migrated myself to a metro city just to look for a job. So I would give myself a bit of a some kind of a back-ended compliment that I did well for myself. I became investment banker, grew up the rank very quickly to become the global head and all that kind of stuff. But did I really want it? Really no. Uh, I'm not here to make any judgment about any of us, about me, my friends, or anybody of that sort. But when I reflect on my decision to join workforce, what was this premised upon? So it was premised upon only one factor. Everybody say ITES pays very well, go for it. And that's all I did. I blindly just followed that message. Who gave us that message? Well, the same informed uncle, auntie, my friends' friends. So when we calibrated after long years of service with all my friends, yeah, we were completely in our conscious. We are all grown up, and we asked ourselves this question: why did you choose ITS? Why did you choose ITS? Why did you become banker? Why did you become IT professional? Some of the things came up. You know what? Just because everybody was going there, I wanted to go there. Just because there was too many perks, free transport, free food, and all of that sort of stuff, so we all joined the bandwagon. One guy interestingly told us it was back in the days that I don't know how many of you can relate to it. There was a time when Nokia 6600 mobile phone was the fashion, the one of the most fashionable phone. It was the one phone that almost every celebrity used to have, and it was very uncommon for any common person to afford that phone. And one of my friends brother used to own that phone, and he used to work for an ITITS company. So the major decision factor for all of us was, look, if you work in ITITS company, you can buy Nokia 6600. And that was the major influence to make a decision what kind of job we want. At the same time, I coach a lot of students today. Unfortunately, things haven't changed much. Uh, Maybe Nokia 6600 is replaced with iPhone 13, 14, whatever it is now, right? So that's our parameter to choose how we want it to work and where we want it to work. Now one would say, okay, jobs are like this. What do we do? This is how we end up in workforce and so on. Well, the list can go on. I'm not here to talk about only these subjects where what kind of choices we really made. Why were we afraid to say we don't want to do this instead of joining the bandwagon? But I can calibrate this whole list till our all the ages that we have lived in here. I'm conscious of the crowd, the age group, so I'll limit here only till the choices of work. So why do we do something like this? Why do we do what we do? The basic reason is our own inherent belief system, our own psychology, the way our mind works. Any alternate opinion that is given to us, it threatens our belief system. So we don't want to choose that path. We never want to go into that path which is untraveled. We need somebody to tell us what is working, and that's where we jump onto. If I'm a student and have an exam tomorrow, and I look at that Instagram feed whole night, somebody comes and tells me don't do that, immediately our belief system is challenged because that's compromising our comfort zone. Immediately we'll start distancing the person, immediately we'll start having some kind of opinion that this person doesn't understand, boring, unfashionable, and so on and so forth. We'll have lots of words around it, but we'll not choose that path. That's how we make decisions. If you think about it today, is there any way around the way when we look at it for the students about the same age group when there are a lot of decisions to be made? So one would say, is it too late for all of us? Hmm. No, I think there's a lot of opportunity to make a lot of decisions about yourself. You have to pursue higher education. There's a lot of things that you need to decide about your workforce, that what kind of workforce you want to join, what kind of a stream that you want to choose for your own career, whether you want to build a business like we did, or you want to join a corporate, or you want to have your own academic career. There are so many, plenty of careers. So there's so many decisions yet to be taken. How do we do it then? I have um, very simple thoughts about it. Um, just before that, I want to say this to all of you. Maybe I'm not 100% right. So why didn't you tell me once after this event? You drop me on my LinkedIn page and tell me what do you think about it? What is your formula of working, making this work? So here are a couple of things that I had in my mind to share. I like the fact that when the AV started with the TED, said it all, curiosity. That's the first thing. Be always curious about who you are, about the decision that you want to make. is the decision that you're going to take, is it really your decision or somebody else's decision that's being planted for you? I'm in a very interesting space where I get to see both sides of the world. I have my executive and leadership coaching where I see the people on their 50s and 60s who are executive clients of my own industry, where they're asking this tough question to themselves. Why did I rush so much? Why did I leave all the happiness that I had to reach where am I today? So this contentment question is coming for all my clients now. Now, on the other side of my client role, where I work with the students of 20s, where they're looking for placements, assistance, and so on and so forth, exams, results, all kinds of anxieties, all the worries will go away. My answer is no. I don't think that's going to go away from us. Yeah, let's say let's be curious about us, who we are, how we are doing things, how we are making decisions. But every time we have an alternate path in our life, first thing our mind tells us, I can't do it. So let's retrain and reframe our own internal dialogue to say, well, I don't know how to do it, but let me figure it out. I will make it work. Let me do it my way. And that can only happen if you start spending some time with you. Today, we live in the world of data explosion, to say the least. I'm a techie. I can't criticize it. So we live in the world where the data is all around us. So the distraction is all around us. So all the things like Amazon Prime, Netflix, and whatnot, Instagram, Facebook, it's all around us. All is taking our attention. So there's a kid sitting within us looking for our attention too. The kid has big dreams. The kid has a lot of questions to ask. The kid has a lot of things to share, but we don't have time for the kid. So let's say we start spending time with the little kid that's enthusiastic in us. In fact, we developed a model called Discover You Within You. I'm not going to talk about it, but let me just say in conclusion, let me just summarize it. Next time when I have to make a decision, what are we going to do? I'm going to ask first question that who is really making my decision now? Is it really me or somebody else whose decision I'm just taking? I will ask myself, pause for a minute before making any critical decision about in my life. Is it the decision that I really want, or this is my candy floss moment where I'm just running behind just because everybody is running behind? With that said, thank you very, very much. You have a nice afternoon, and thank you so much for inviting me here.